Welcome back to some more War on the Sea Pacific Theater mod. We're on part 233. It's been a long journey, and I'd like to thank you guys for sticking with me. Let's get into the game and see what today brings us. We probably have some rebuilding to do, but we'll work that out. Let's get everything in the proper position that I like to have it for the game, and hopefully for you guys. One really quick check, and we haven't been rearmed, resupplied at Midway yet. So everything's kind of at a big stopping point. Sup, Cebu, we need you guys to help out over here. Yeah, see, we're struggling. 722. We got any of these guys coming back? No, we don't. What about over here? No. What about you? You're the next one coming in. And just 3,000 supplies. What about you? You're not doing anything. What about you? Excuse me. Yeah. A lot of these guys are not doing what we want them to do. I think we need to start stripping something over here. We got any fast boys? They're all mediums, I think. Let's get a full one and send you with supplies. I know it's gonna kind of hurt you, but we need to fix this problem because this guy is starting to be a pain. So let's try not to break the bank over here. Alright, we're on group 3. Are you going out or coming in? You're coming in. What are you guys doing? You're coming up here to get more supplies. So let's send group 3 over here, and hopefully we'll be able to. Don't really want to encroach on. Yeah, do that. Yeah, because I'm worried that if we lose all our supplies, these guys will start going away. There's more. If we had more supplies, we'd probably be up here somewhere with the number of troops we have. But because the supplies are so low, our guys are starving, and that's not a good scenario to be in. You're coming in. You're going there. What do you got on you? Yeah, sorry, bro. You need to go directly this way. Yeah, just needed. It's needed because we can't allow it. We got over here. New Guinea supply. You can't do anything because there's no supplies at Midway. We got anything else over here that we can use? Cebu. You don't need to go to Cebu. Cebu's fine. So we're sending you as well. Let's load you up. Of course you're not. Why would you be on the location? Yeah. There's too many people over there already. In theory, you probably wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be able to get into port maybe because there's so many ships there. Alright, let's see if we can do this. We're gonna break wake a little bit for sure. That's about as much as we need to dig. I think we'll take just one of these and one of these to make these guys feel comfortable. And we're gonna send these guys. Boy, is this an expensive location, isn't it? Yep. Okay, that's about enough, I think. Kingfisher. Okay. Well, Yellow Sea Boys, you guys are damaged, but you're in a position. Let's let you guys carry on because you're sick and ugly. Okay, so what we're gonna do is let's take a look. Your 20 are, what are you guys, spooling in front? That's fine. You guys are spooling around, which is fine. We want to put up attack group, so let's do that. Launch aircraft. And we're gonna say 16 of you guys, 4, 8, 12, 16, right? That's how I do that, because they group, they're in groups of 4. Okay. 408. What's the distance between here and here? So 227, 228, and I imagine they're heading that way. So let's get up some Dauntlesses. And we're gonna go overkill for sure. And I think we're going this way. So let's head that way first. I want the Wildcats, these guys, to follow the Dauntlesses. So you have to scroll to the bottom to find. This is how you get them to follow or escort the attack. And keep doing that until I tell you not to. And then we want to put up some torpedoes because we don't. It's probably 3 ships, but we're gonna go crazy here and see what comes our way. And we're gonna say torpedoes for you, and we're gonna have you follow the Dauntlesses. 363. We still got about 100 nautical miles of range. These guys are less than Dauntlesses, but you know, they're bigger aircraft. 3 crew members, big old torpedo, slow, and yeah. So you're gonna do that until I tell you to stop. Now let's go back over here. Mark it. And we mark it with the type of ship it is. We're going to ignore you. Something happens in the game when you go into a engagement. Like if I went into that engagement and saw what's there, these guys may disappear after that for like 30 minutes and they'll appear in some random place. Like they'll show up here 30 minutes later. That's an exaggeration, of course, but that's kind of what I found happens. So I don't go into these engagements. He's got no bombs. He's got no attack capability. All he could do is do visual. Well, he did that by telling us that there's ships there. So his job, he can carry on and do his pattern. If he's going this way, we might send these guys up. But other than that, I think he's coming south. So let's zoom in and see what direction he's going. So he's heading in this direction. So we'll say here. And we're going to have the Dauntlesses, which are leading the group. We're going to have him go to the box. Everybody should follow. And in this group, you see, we have Wildcats are right next to the Dauntlesses, which are right there. And these are the Avengers in trail. So we want these guys to go beyond the ship. Like if the ship appears here, and we're going all the way to here, then that would put the ship in that orientation. So let's see what happens. Gap's getting wider because of the speed, I think. Let's see if we can catch them. Now from here, I want to go slow. I don't want to go fast. They should be somewhere here, maybe. All right, Dauntlesses, you need to head this direction. Let's remove that box. And I want you to course this way. Now, we could lose them entirely, and that's fine. No. So we're going to go past them a little bit, wait for the Avengers to show up, and then we're going to course back so that we can get everybody involved. Close enough. And this is going to be a slaughter. Let's get rid of that because we don't need it anymore. And we're going to go tactical. Okay, so as we see, we have Wildcats here, which are kind of out of position. I'd rather them be here because that's where I think the ships are. Ships could be here, which could be bad. Now, normally, when we spot them on radar, we use the scout plane and then highlight over the red ship figurine, if you will, and it tells us an estimate. And that's basically a fog of war that's put into the game. So it will tell you there's 6 ships. Sometimes it says there's a carrier. Sometimes it says battleships. You know, early game you'll see it shows like a carrier, and it turns out to be, you know, destroyers escorting a supply ship. And you're like, well, that's not the same thing. So you send out a larger force to attack them because aircraft carrier, and it turns out to be something that's you're way overpowered to attack. Like this scenario, but we're just doing this as an example. So let's go in and take a look and see. We have our fighters on attack mode. This is what this early combat means. So if we go over here, this is highlighted dogfight at will. So if any enemy aircraft show up in this area, these guys will go after them on their own. And that's kind of the way we like it. They're going slow, 214. Okay, so we need to be aware of that as well. I think that has to do with, if we go to the Dauntlesses, these guys are only going 163. Look at the Avengers, 164. So these two guys, these and these, are all going basically the same speed, and these guys are slowing down to stay with them. So that's a thing. So let's go in and see what we got. So if we pause immediately, and I'd like the rain to go away. So we look over there, and what do we see? Hey, radio man, get your binoculars out, please. So as you see, we have supply ship, supply ship, supply ship. No escorts, which is really stupid. I wish the game made more sense with their, you know, and again, this is a supply group that's going south towards our locations that we've already taken to try and drop off troops or supplies somewhere, which is a suicide run. If anything, they should be building up the places that they already still control. That's what this formation would do. But they don't do that. So that's just a thing in the game, and so be it, I guess. All right, let's see where they're located. So they're right there. I want torpedoes plentiful, but we want to use them. Do we want them to we don't want to bring the torpedoes back to the ship, right? So yeah, that's a lot of ships here, right? So when you have so many aircraft in a formation, like here, apparently there's only so many colors in the spectrum here. So like these guys were blue. So when I sent off the Avengers, these guys were blue as well. Like if you look at yellow F4s and yellow SPDs, they're given this color code. If I send these guys to go attack, these guys will as well go attack. Like, see how they're highlighted? So that's kind of a problem in the game. Not that big of a deal. See, these SPDs are saying they're supposed to attack one. I guess that's okay, but I don't want them to do that. That's not the order I wanted to give them. Okay, so these guys are going to attack one. See if I impacted anybody else with my orders. Okay, so these guys are attacking two. These guys are attacking one. These guys are attacking three. These guys are attacking two. So a whole bunch of torpedoes are going to be in the water here shortly. And that's fine. We're going to let them do that. So let's let these guys participate. I want my fighters to go around them. Sorry for my cough, guys. So, is this none of this stuff is necessary, but it's how how I play the game, and that's fine for me, I guess. It's boring for you guys, but you know, the theory here is these fighters come in, and they're being a distraction for AAA from these supply ships, which is not that dangerous in the first place, but you know, it's playing a game, right? And I guess that's the thing, right? So we want them to be distracted and shoot at other ships or other aircraft rather than the aircraft coming in to attack them. And that's the thing. So that's why we're doing that. And then the Dauntlesses, I just want to put in a turning mode. And we'll send them in as required. See how they're marrying up and doing the same thing? I don't want that to happen. But it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about it anymore anyways. Okay, so Avengers. Let's go to lead Avenger 1 and let's see how well you guys participate. So it's not a good idea to descend right over your attacking ships. It's actually a very bad idea. I'm not too concerned with it because we're talking about supply ships, but any other type of ship, I wouldn't do it. And a lot of these ships, or a lot of these aircraft, see, okay. They're turning away from us, really. but they're going, you know, they're in harm's way. I expect to get some losses here. And a lot of misses. Torpedoes away. Now they immediately go altitude and increase speed. Do we get some hits already? Yeah. Okay. Let's see if our torpedoes hit. We're gonna get all three on that one, I think. And the bow. Yeah. Yeah. So that's how easy that is. Wow. Wow. Again, we set 2 groups towards each ship group, so yeah, these guys are toast. What's this guy doing? Yeah, he's done. What about you? So these torpedoes are coming in. Looks like they're gonna miss. So number 1, we go to report and we look at number 1, heavy, moderate. Looks like we're gonna need something else. So I'm gonna say let's go down here and we're gonna do break, and I want you to form up and I want you to attack this guy. So go ahead and attack. And you see all the fighters are just, you know, spooling around. So we didn't lose any aircraft. The Avengers need to be smart. So we're going to form these guys up in a box. Let's give them some spread for that. And we're going to head them south because they no longer need to be in the engagement. We'll have them just muster up. So this guy's having a bad day for sure. We have Dauntlesses coming in. Let's see how well we do here. This should be pretty easy. Yeah, I'd say that's toast, my friends. Overkill? Sure. But we're doing this to make a point. And the point is, that's how you get rid of ships. So he's critical and it's going to sink. So Dauntlesses, you guys can all form up. Now, here's the thing, boys and girls. You know, how many torpedoes did we waste? There's 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 torpedoes out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 18, right? 18. So yeah, that's pretty successful, I think. We didn't lose any aircraft. Everybody seems to be doing good and forming up. We got these guys going. Let's slow down the engines to not burn them out. What's your speed? 74. And you guys, let's slow you down too. And that's how we do that. Yeah, 3 command points. We're stopping supply chains. We're just being active. Now, as a commander of the Imperial Japanese Navy, what would your choice be? Again, I think I'd be sending my supplies and my resources to places we currently own and build them up a fortress that would be so strong it would be hard to attack. The other thing is, you know, that was here, right? So let's get these guys home. And Dauntless is, you guys go. Avengers, you RTB. And Fighters, you RTB too. We RTB them so they get repaired. And that's the thing. So if you have a lot of supplies here, I would think you'd be fortifying Okinawa even more. You heard that there was a bombing at Keelung. You think you'd fortify that with supplies. Shanghai is a strong enough location, but you still want to keep more supplies going there. But I think these 2 locations is where you should be sending your supplies, not heading this way. Heading this way is stupid. You know, I can't even scroll over to be, I guess I could do it this way. Yeah, there's a lot of blue over here. It's not like there's a place to land 3 ships of supplies and troops, engineering and fuel over here to help. So the game's broken in that manner. But hey, if that's the way they're going to play it, I'm not going to argue with them. We'll let them do their thing, and we will just see if we can keep things going. So 722. Now we got 0 supplies. Now we need to watch. Okay? This is where it gets really crazy, because I want to see how fast this goes down. So what happens if we lose all of these 20,000 troops because we don't have supplies? And this may have happened before. Where was it? I think it was Kendari. Kendari at one time, which is why we can't launch aircraft from it. I think I forgot about it, and I didn't pay attention to what was happening. I was going at like 3,200 speed over here. This fast, which I try not to do anymore. And this base lost all of its supplies. And I think it eliminated all the troops that we had here, and we lost the base. But on this base we had, 300 fuel and 400 engineering, because I wanted to build this airfield up, make this a, another supply run, where these guys over here in Dutch East Indies, Malaya, Java, when we took these locations, they could come here to rearm. Even the Philippines, this would be a rearm location. I don't know why I decided to do that, but I did. So supply groups that went over there were heavy on engineering and fuel, some troops, and some supplies. But immediately that went away. And I think because of that, when you invade a location and then you lose it, I don't think we lost it. Maybe we just did. I don't recall. We invaded it, took it over again, and then the airfield didn't work. Now Makassar, we did the same thing, but we never lost it. It just, this base didn't allow us to build. We built an airfield there. We have fuel and engineering. Engineering's for replacing aircraft and parts, and think of it like that kind of thing. Fuel is because you want to be able to launch your aircraft, right? And then you have to own the location, so you got to have troops and supplies there so that these guys can launch. Yet, we've never been able to launch from this location. It may have had something to do with what happened here. We look closer and we see a star with a dark center and a star that's fully blue. So you think, well, why is that? What's the difference? And again, these places had airfields and even maybe ports. So you say, well, you look at Makassar and you look at Ben Jamison, and you say, well, why can't you guys are both doing the same thing? Why can't you guys launch? You know, at one time we did have fuel here, but now we don't because we don't have an airfield. Denpasar, we just decided not to risk it. So we didn't take engineering and fuel and put it over here. Maybe we could. Over here, Surabaya, we can launch aircraft. Okay? And this one is a full Blue Star. So Blue Star airfield that works, Blue Star airfield that doesn't work, Blue Star airfield that doesn't work, and then we come over to this one. Okay, well, Kandari, come on, Bo. Kandari, we tried it with level 1, it didn't work. We put more supplies and engineering there at one time, bumped it up to a level 2. This one doesn't work. Well, you say there's no fuel. Well, it did at the time, it doesn't now. But that one doesn't work. So we're looking at the stars, dark star versus full matte blue star. What's the difference in these two locations? Well, this one I think I lost it and then took it back, and that's why it's that way. But you say, well, wait a minute. This one's got a darker blue star in the middle. So does this one, Ambon. Yeah, but you have engineering and fuel here, so that's why that works. Again, like I said before, this base had engineering and fuel before I upped it. And then people were saying, you know, I think I filled in the blanks and said, well, maybe you did something, you don't have fuel there, that's why. I don't recall. I'm not trying to blame you guys, but I'm just trying to say that there's a reason that I play the game the way I do, and I learn along the way, just like you guys see. And Kandari does not work for whatever reason. It has the same funky star, but this one at Ambon actually works. So, what can happen over here? That's where the question comes in again. If we lose this base, what will happen in the future? Will we not be able to take it? Let's see what happens as we carry on. I need some of these supplies to show up. So let's speed it up and get the ball rolling. Excuse me. Having that coffee thing again. So nighttime, yet we still have aircraft up right here. What the hell? Oh, now they're gone. Okay. Yeah, some aircraft they stay up longer than others. I don't know why. So you have supplies. Let's unload you. I don't know how long you were sitting there. Let's take off some of these troops. I want to be able to have these guys last longer. So we just took off all those troops. Where can we put them? I think maybe Manila, maybe? No, Manila's broken too. You're bringing in more troops. Yeah, we're there's something happening right now where I'm doing it to myself, I'm sure. Let's unload you. We need to stop doing whatever we're doing right now. There's so many supply groups running that we're going to cause a problem here. And We need some of these guys to just hang loose a little bit. We don't have the amount of supplies here to be able to support what we're trying to do with our ships. So we go to rules and we look. This number never changes in the game. I used to think it did. I used to think that you would get more supplies the more bases you took, the more locations, but that doesn't happen. The only thing that happens is this number. As you see, we've breached the 200 weekly command points. Again, this is how this reads. The settings, we're not going extremely hard. I think we're going normal settings. Who knows? I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're playing with the settings we're setting. And 350 command points on day 1. And then after that, you get 20. So the goal in this was always to take over the friendly locations, increase your port ranks, and your airfield ranks. And that's the breakdown of how many more command points or how many locations we have. So out of the 46 locations, we have 46 port ranks and 90 airfield ranks. That makes 202 points. And if we want to say total 200, we'd have to go to 220 to make up for this basic 20 points you get per week. So, but this number never changes. And I would think as the war develops, this number would increase. But that's weekly number, so that's what we got to go with. In the dockyard now. Our losses are at 23 ships. So these Essex carriers, in a span of 2 months, we've lost 2 of them. Okay? Since September, we've had a miserable time of it. And in my opinion, some of these are, these carriers with what they had surrounding them, they never should have been sunk. But that's just the nature of the beast. I would have preferred to see submarines attack, but that was not the case. So we lost 23 ships up to this date. What about the enemy? We're already here. Might as well look, right? And my computer's, or the game, I think it's the game because my computer's fine with memory. Maybe it is my computer. Who knows? But this scroller, the game doesn't like it. It's too many ships in question here. All right. 774 ships and almost 6,400 aircraft we've shot down. So that's an awful lot. 5 million tons of ship tonnage sunk. So in other words, this is 774 ships long. This individual lining. That's why it's taking so long. I don't think it's my computer. It's the game. Can't handle all these numbers. But yeah, that's what we got going on right now. So what's going to probably happen is that once we take this base, the next thing we'll do is probably, I think I have to do it. And I don't really want to, but I think I'm going to have to play the game offline a little bit for maybe a month. 4 weeks. In other words, in-game, 4 supply runs to Midway without moving any supplies around and just build up Midway to be what I think it should be, which is packed with supplies. We have all of our supplies over here. It's clear. I understand that. And some of these other locations probably have more than they need. This base here we could be back to like one of these guys, maybe with engineering and fuel, but a 3 and a 5 is there for rearming, and you need supplies to do that. again, if we go to here and we look at rules, where is it? Oh, it doesn't even, it doesn't. It's not in this version. Oh, yeah. Here we are. I was at the wrong thing. So, custom mechanics, cost and airfield and plane replenishment costs. So, for airfield, plane, sorry. And we're talking about all the things on a base. That if you have a shipyard or airfield, on an airfield you send up your base aircraft and they all get shot down. You're going to need 5 fuel and 50 supplies to be able to replace the ammo or lost planes per each aircraft. So if say you got 9 aircraft, it'd be 9 times 5 and 9 times 50. So that you have to have at the base to be able to get those things back. So let's say 100, or it's actually probably 1,000 that you use every time you do rearming for the base. Now when you have ships come in, a task force plane is a ship. Now this doesn't seem to be working, or I'm reading it wrong, because I can't replenish my planes off a carrier that's in a fleet. It doesn't work. We tried it at Palembang, or down here. It's a 5 and 5, and the only place we can do that is we release and repair back at Midway. We talked about this before, I know. Sorry guys. And you see that there are expenses that you have. And then there's 1 fuel and 1 engineering per week per airfield port level. Which to me tells me we're doing everything at 3 port and a 5 airfield. So that's 3 fuel and 5 fuel. So 8 fuel and 8 engineering per week to maintain those airfields. So if you have no engineering and no fuel at a location that has an airfield, the airfield will go away. That's how I read it. It may be wrong. I may be wrong. All right. So we have this inactive because of our game settings. It says 1 supply and 50 troops per garrison everyday troops. Attrition is calculated daily. So basically, this is saying that if you just leave a base with troops and supplies on it, eventually over time, they'll go away. So you need to be aware of that. All right, and that's all we got on that. So let's continue on. What else we got? We got these guys coming in. Here's Taffy 3 doing something else different. Oh, they're going up to replace the Yellow Sea battle group to be nasty devils. Okay, so you guys have had a break, but your aircraft are gone, so we need to get you up and about. Now, I kind of want to get you guys together, so let's do that. I want to put you at this block here. And I want you to go there as well. And when you get there, we want you guys to go together. Alright, so from here, let's put up our aircraft. Oh, come on, please. So, yeah, we're going to go up all balls in because... Okay, yeah, you're being difficult. Let's go to the morning. And you can... I'm going to course you over here just to do it. Do we have anything over here we can take again? No, we don't. So we're gonna do that. What does it do for coaching? Alright, so just by dropping off those 3,200 supplies and taking off some of the troops, we've gone from probably here to here, which is a good sign. The best method for you guys if you're playing this game is to try and do, and I'm not going to give you a ratio, I'm just going to say have more supplies on the base than you do troops. You know, just think about it. If you run out of ammunition, you want to be able to immediately have more ammunition. If your guys are getting injured, you want to immediately be able to give them first aid. If, you know, whatever the scenario is, immediate replenishment is always better than waiting for aid for replenishment. So, yeah, that's the in-game walkthrough I'm doing for you there. It is what it is, good or bad. Let's get to the morning so we can send Taffy 3 back over here. Alright, so air operations are available. What are you guys doing? Okay, so I think we're covered. I don't think we need to stress this anymore. Let's go Taffy 3. What's up? Everybody up? Everybody up. Let's go to 3A. You're up. You're up. You're up. You got a little dinger, Taffy 3A, but we're going to see. Got to keep an eye on that. That's the thing. And you're coming in, right? Yeah, you're coming in with another 3,200 troops or supplies. And you guys are just doing your thing. You're going in because you need to rearm. Go back and hit these guys again so they stop harassing us. And what are you guys doing over here? I think I want to swap out this Bogue. Let's see what we got. So let's do that while we're here. So you're going to, let's see if we can release and repair you. Yeah, and let's get you a Bogue. Not a Bogue, a Casablanca. Sorry. Sorry. I know. So out of the 50, I wish it told you how many were left, but I just look and say we probably got about 20 left. So, done. And I want you to go over here. You can actually just stay there. Alright, and merge into your group. Good. And you go over here. And because I'm not gonna say I am OCD. I just thought about it, and people use that word way too much. You don't have effing OCD. You have you like things the way you like them. Period. I just clicked one of my keyboard keys. It came off. I hope this doesn't do anything bad. Well, let's take this opportunity to do a save. Why not? Uh, 691. Good. Yeah, I don't have OCD. You play things the way you like to play things. That's not OCD. OCD, I imagine, is a horrifying thing to have, and I don't have it. And people that say they have, I have OCD. No, you don't have OCD. You just are particular. That's the difference. OCD is those people that they have everything. Like, they'll lose their effing mind if they don't have things a particular way. It's a disease. It's a psychological problem in your head that says, I think I have bugs in my hands and I have to wash my hands. And I wash my hands excessively and overhand. You know, maybe that's something else, but people call that all sorts of different stuff too. But I just wish people would stop saying they have certain things when they don't, and they just want to give themselves an excuse. You like doing things the way you do? So be it. Good on you. But it doesn't mean you have a certain psychological issue. Let's get you up here because we've got no supplies for you anyway. And you can stay because that's your home port. Everybody else is a visitor. Okay. So what else we got going on over here? Causeway. You can actually... So, Causeway over here shouldn't really be a thing anymore. We're trying to up the airfields. So we are going to think about it. But as of right now, I think we could afford to take one fuel and two engineering. We need 300, so 250. So was it 117 or something? We need 3 engineering and 1 fuel to get this guy up to a level 3 airfield. We can do that, I think. I think we have enough garbage supplies over here to be able to handle that. But no, we can't because we got these crazy ships I used. And let's do something here. I'm going to send over 2 C3s here. We can, so why not? So we're looking at engineering here. We're not looking at speed or anything else. So let's just go back to that. Let's go back to the beginning here. Engineering 88, 54, 81, 88, 117 at C3, 88, 90, 72, 88, 54. Yeah, so C3's really, the reason why we like these is because 1640 and 117. That's really the reason. The other reason is speed, which is not great, but it's okay. It's better than some of the other ships, which are like 12. So we're going to get 2 of these. Done. And I'm going to name you the Causeway C3RR. Is that clear why I do that? Okay. My fingers are just not working today. Yeah, because I can't spell. Causeway C3RR. Yeah, so that way I know where I intend to put them. Is why I did that. So let's course you guys. What do we got over here that we can take? We can take one of these engineerings, I think. Yeah, let's take an engineering off of here. What's the engineering status over here? No. Leave that there. We'll go with nothing. Do we got anything we can take over? Let's bring over some supplies to Wake because they're broken. You know, just bring some stuff with you. You're making the trip, might as well. So let's fill you up with one of those, and just because one of those. I was going to take more, but changing my mind. Break it. Why not? You're going to get resupplied any moment. Let's go back here and let you do your run. When you get there, we'll run you to Causeway to pick you up to a level 3 airfield for no reason whatsoever other than just because. And then we'll probably change you to something else. Or maybe we'll just make you do less routes. But that's going to happen at a later date. Status over here. Alright, so as you see, I think we were closer, but we have another ship coming in. It's you, right? Yeah. So before I do that, nah, screw it. We just looked at it. I'm not gonna backtrack again. Let's unload. Again, we have mainly just supplies here. 2 groups. It's only 3,200 supplies. Unload brings us up to 6560. What does that do to our invasion? Not much. But what are we gonna do to our troops situation? Let's manage our cargo and see what happens when we take off some of these troops. And this all happened because when I sent over these groups, they were not set up correctly. They weren't balanced. See, now we're half. We're about halfway, 6 and 12. Again, we need like 5 here maybe. But if this goes down any, then we'll say we need more troops. So this guy is going to go over to here to wait. Just because we want him out of the way. So all of you guys, the Taffy 3 boys, come on. Yeah. We're going to have you go here. Let's put a pin here so I know exactly where we're sending these guys. Let's get the other group in. Get you there for a couple days, and then we'll move you up here for a couple days, and then we'll move you back here. Hopefully by then we'll be able to Yellow Sea boys back and get you sent and repair, 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 you. Oh, that's not doing it. Yeah, I guess a lot of the ships will be sent to repair. Alright, let's keep moving. Let's see what else we got happening over here. Who's next on the supply chain? You. You're coming in with... yeah, quite a bit of supplies and some troops as well, but... yeah, not really that important. So we're at nighttime again. Midway still not been replenished. Iwo Jima is good. Let's see if we... oh, you need to get with Okinawa supply or invasion group. So let's put you in a place where we can actually merge you, because if all these ships are together like this, they'll merge into... let's see if there are any gaps. Maybe that won't be a problem. Yeah, if they're all groups of 10, nah, it'll probably go into this one. So we don't want that to happen. So let's take the Okinawa group and send you off over here with them so that you can merge. You have to be away from other ships to be able to merge. Let's see if we can get to the first ring and merge them. First ring right here, and let's do you, and I want you to merge. Okay, so that's where we wanted you in the first place. You guys switch. Yep, 3 in front, 3 column, share 750, I don't care. And we still have you as a bogue. We'd like to fix that. What do we got on you? You guys are doing absolutely nothing. Oh, we'll go and drop off your fuel because you went all this way. And then we're gonna send you back to Midway because why not? You're not doing anything anyway for quite a while. So let's unload everything you got. And once again, unfortunate, but this you've done a great job, my friend, but we don't need you anymore. We need a Casablanca because Casablanca has aircraft that can outspeed the dive bombers. We are faster than them. Having F4s on a bogue, or not F4s, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Rockets or missiles and everything. Having F4Fs that go 286, I think, and then the enemy goes 304. That doesn't make any sense. So if we go to the Casablanca, I don't think it shows it here either, but let's see. Yeah, it doesn't. These F6Fs go 334, something like that. They go faster than the dive bombers, so that's why we're utilizing them. We're going to go to Midway, and we're going to do that right off the bat. And we're going to say Hoggart Bay, sure. Done. And I want you to be right here. And you're going to be the Okinawa CVL RR. Okay, CVL RR. Yep, and you're gonna sit there and wait for them. And these guys are gonna course to you. And when you get there, we're gonna release that, and we're gonna have you sit there. Anybody else got one of those bogey bogues? Nope, you're good. So that's what we want. Who else? You got an Enterprise. You're good to go, my friend. Enterprise is a bad A ship, aren't any? You have nothing, really. But you guys are... Can we manage cargo over here? Let's give you something, sure. And give you something? Kind of broke us. And instead of Saipan, we're coming over here. And the reason for that is clear. We need... Get out of the way. We need this island to be under control and stop being a drag in the entire area of operation. So sooner we can get this base even and we take it over, then we can reroute our supplies to go back and do what they were doing in the first place. But again, I think I'm gonna have to allow my ships to do something that normally I don't. So you were coming over to... You took some damage too, didn't you? I think you were coming over to get supplies as well. Let's get you in. Invasion groups. Yeah, what we have over here is Okinawa groups. And anybody else that's just numbered. Invasion group, no specificity. There's a word that my tongue can't handle today. Specificity. Whatever. You guys are all laughing at me, that's fine. Yeah. Specificity. Yeah, my V's in there. Yeah, that's in my head now. I can't get that out of my head. Alright, well, I used to be able to speak years ago, but apparently I've lost that function in my brain. Yeah, it could be something. Who knows? What's this guy doing? You are Cosray. You are Hong Kong. Okay, Hong Kong. You need to play supply guy. Because Hong Kong is going to be a thing. Let's take a look at Wake again. Yeah, you don't have it, my friend. You do not have it. Is Hong Kong broken? No, they're not. So you're gonna sit. Let's find a spot for you. Right there. You guys sit and wait. I got nothing over here for you. You know, the worst case scenario is that I have to bring troops back to other places. And I don't want to do that. That would be a bad thing. What do we got over here? Okay, so you guys need to be rearmed. These battleships are out. Bunker Hill. What's your aircraft status? It looks like we have our aircraft, Wildcats and Avengers up doing preventative. But let's do a rearm. Again, we just talked about this, but let's take a quick look. Peleliu. Now keep that in mind. Let's take a look at these numbers. 51 and 10. And supplies 9409. Which is not great. And then we go to this group and we want to rearm. And we're not rearming everything. You know, these guys are going to get 16-inch shells. And maybe some 5-inch shells as well. These guys are going to get, it looks like, just 15-inch shells. These guys might get some other size shells as well. These guys are getting 14-inch shells and some others. He'll top off whatever he's supposed to carry. He's going to be 15-ounce shells. So we basically have, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 major ships to get rearmed. So let's see what that does to our supplies. So you're all rearmed, right? Let's go back over here, and I don't remember what the numbers were, but it doesn't really look like anything happened in the game to change these numbers, did it? Oh well. So much for that. I guess it just gives you the capability. It doesn't, if you have none of those items there, you have a problem. But so what are we going to do with these guys? We're going to send them back. We're going to send them back up here, my friend. Yeah, we want to spank these guys. Keep doing it until they beg for mercy. Agent Group 4, you're here to drop off, and you do have some troops, but I don't think that's going to be a big deal. So let's do an unload. So, see, we're getting closer. and I want to fix it, so we're gonna do this. And we can. One more. I have to. Yeah. See the breakdown? We should be able to maintain these supplies better now. Now, how did that impact the invasion? Let's say we got a lot of injured. That's what that was. So let's look. It didn't really impact it. So we're better now, right? We have more supplies than we do troops, and it hasn't really impacted anything. $202 command points. That is usually also a sign that we've been resupplied. But guess what? We're not going to touch it because we keep picking away at this instead of building up a bank. That there's a problem, and that problem is hard to escape if you just keep ignoring it. Because if we look at supply groups, how many supply groups do we have? What's a quick way to do that? Let's look at sea. And there's so many ships that it just doesn't like it. So these are grouped by the type, the name that I gave to the fleet. So there's 10 ships in this CV Lex Franklin. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And this is actually the first fleet we ever made. Now we've changed the name a couple times because it used to be Saratoga Yorktown, I think. Sarah York. And then after that we sent out some submarines, a Zagato here, and so on. And then we made some merchant ship, supplies. Some of these have been renamed so they have a more current name to them. But we know that invasion groups are usually made by, C3 supplies and stuff like that. So these guys are basically supply groups, but they're used for invasion. So if we scroll down, so if we say, well, I'm not going to count through all these. You get the point I'm trying to make, guys, please. Defense forces are not supply groups, so they are just defending ports we already have. Invasion groups are mainly supply groups. Invasion group of Koshang. Battle groups are battle groups and usually have no supply ships in them. There's more invasion groups. Sup Midway. 4C is a battle group. Defense forces are basically defense battle groups. Smaller size. Dunk Devils. Let me down. Game doesn't want you to be in the game, probably. Again, a lot of defense forces. We have Wake Island Supply. Defense forces. Taffy 3 is not a supply group. Screen battle group is not a supply group. A screen of submarines is basically a wolf pack. Port-au-Prince Supply is a supply group. Yeah, so we got a lot of supply groups going, and we can never maintain the amount of supplies we get. So this is basically the max numbers you get. It's almost 2-to-1 supplies over troops. And that's 500 for engineering and fuel. Or it's 400 and 400, whatever the numbers are. Yeah, 400. So we need to exceed those numbers so that we can actually start all of our ships back up again and maintain a weekly income of supplies so that we don't get into the position of invading. I probably should have waited to invade this location. That's probably what should have happened. So what's going to happen here is in the next... I'll try and do it today. So tomorrow's video, I'll be able to explain what I did. But it's basically going to be, I'm going to stay in the game for a little while longer. And I'm going to let the game replenish. I'll probably just speed this thing up as fast as I can and allow that to take place. Just looking at that. So we just went through. Oh, did it just give us the base? It did. So we just won this base. You click on it and you see the stars blue now. You really can't under all that blue. But we own the base now. But I'm not going to click this button until this goes away, all blue. I could be wrong. I know I've done it in other places and it worked, but I'm not risking it. I know I did it at Iwo Jima, where I hit the button before the red was gone. We have no airfield here, even though we've gone up two more levels to try and fix it. This works, but it's not really that, it's rearming only. Doesn't really help us much. I guess it's closer. If we're bombing here, we should probably go to Iwo Jima now instead of all the way down here to Peleliu. So we'll think about that for future encounters. Let's get through the day. So yeah, there's been a lot of talking today. Apologize. Yeah, that's a thing that happens from time to time. So we have supplies coming in. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, again, these guys have just, we have a lot of troops over here now, but they're not impacting. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna need to take some more troops off of this base. Because what happens is, let's manage cargo. Yeah, that's a little bit better. We can even do more, just because we own the base now. So let's go over here and be with our buddies that are all packed out with troops, and leave some room or space for other ships to come in. You're going to come in and you're going to drop off supplies. The fires are still burning over here because of this. Pump out another day here. Group 3, unload. Alright, so now we should be good. What's this look like over here? Yeah, it's not the greatest. We should be able to maintain, is all I'm saying. So we're going to leave that supply group there for a moment. Yeah, you're Okinawa. Actually, we're not. We're gonna send you home, my friend. I'm good, man. You're gonna sit there for a bit. Let's finish this day, and then we'll call it. We got. Who the heck was in? Oh, it was the Bogue. The Bogue was in rest and repair when we put this guy. No. I don't recall what it was. I don't recall. I think it was the Bogue. Let's just call it a Bogue, because I know I swapped out. I think it's this guy, because we gave you the Munda. From under my cheese, my toes, my between my belly button. That's gross. I know, sorry. because we pulled out the Bogue and we put this Casablanca in. I think that's what came out of rest and repair, because those guys go in for 3 days as a standard. And that's it. What do we got over here? Yeah, you guys are all just sitting waiting. And you're gonna sit and wait because I can't have you do anything else. Yeah, just go somewhere where you can be in pause. Yeah, you guys are fine. Just do your thing. I think we want to do something else, and that is, before we depart the pattern, let's go to midway. And I want to put a group together that is basically, you're all used, right? We're gonna put a group of this together. I think it's gonna be all of them. Yeah, 4, sure. What else we got on the DE side? So if you leave this blank and you say E-Arts, you know, why not? Yeah. And you say, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Well, they only have destroyer escorts. That's all they have. If we go to the enemy and we look, they have momies for days. Not days, but, you know, we haven't sunk any of them. Minakazis for days. We haven't sunk any of them. Wakataki, we haven't sunk any of them. These are the ships that should be with their supply groups, but they're not using them. So we want to pull them out. Now these Matsukaze, we've seen them, but I don't remember when. That was a long time ago. We've seen these guys because I sunk one, but I haven't seen them in plenty. Momies. Okay, we just talked about the momies. DDs. These guys are all gone. 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 These are their fleet destroyers that they used, and we've eliminated all of them. There's none of them left. Probably gone over them twice by now. I know which is the last one, so, but all these are gone. This is the last one of their class, and they're all dead. And we go back to this guy. Oh yeah, this guy. Kabukis. Yeah, okay. So we want to pull them out. Tenrus, they're gone. The only one, yeah, they're all gone. I'm not even going to bother going through this list. They're just gone. Sorry, boys. The big question here is these guys. Akagi's still out there. Where? I have no idea. Kaga is still out there. No idea. Soryu still out there. No idea. Suryu, we got her. Shokaku, we got her. Hiro and Junyo are still out there. These are main aircraft carriers. Tayo's good, done. Oreo, all three of these are out. I hope you're keeping count, because I'm not. Rugio is still out there. Okay, now we're back to Akagi. So they have ships out there, but I don't know where the hell they are. We're gonna call these guys, even though, actually, let's not do that. Let's do this. Yep. Where do you go, you, we're going to call you the Chase Wranglers. And that's because you're going to go out and you're going to just do havoc on whatever you can. And whether or not that's a good thing, I don't know. You guys are just going to be swarming around doing your thing. So what are we going to put you in? I want you to be in craziness. Yeah, you're going to do this type of thing. And we want you to be spread. Is that the good formation for destroyer escorts that are fast and maneuverable? I don't know. Let's see what other things we got here. 2-column, no, that's not a thing. Scout, I'm okay, kind of okay with that one actually. 4 out front and 6 in a box. It's kind of good. I don't really think we need to do that. That might be even better. Not big fan of that. Not for this group, it's not. Arrow. The only problem I don't like about this is these ships will be completely out of the game because of the range. Yeah, that's not going to work. I might think about putting a carrier, two carrier battle group into that, but convoy, nah, not really. I kind of think we like this one. I'm going to try this one. Yeah, we're going to try... Now, we're going to try this one. I like this one better. This one or this one? I think I like this one better. Yeah, let's do this. At 1,000 yards. So 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. Sure. Okay. Now, these guys maybe all just get wiped out. That's fine. Well, you know, whatever it is. It is what it is. I don't like this little gap here. It's only 400. So we're gonna utilize. I know. I just said certain things, and here I am changing my mind again. No. Yeah, it's not gonna be a lot. It won't be a lot. Maybe 1,000 troops or 1,000 supplies. We can do it. And when you come back in the next video, hopefully we'll see the difference. But just that amount of supplies, I think will be fine. Drop them off here. Give these guys a little comfort and joy. Mail from home. And I like to get that to like 5,200 or 52,000. Sorry. And that would be nice. So let's get to the morning, and then we'll call it. And hopefully things will be fantastic for everybody. Yeah, there's been a lot of administration stuff going on in this episode. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes that's what has to happen in this game. Let's take another look over here. Alright, again, we are blue over here, but it's showing crazy fires and stuff. Let's get you out of here, man. So we can see the damn place. You Wahoo don't need to be here anymore. You can go up here. Let's have you do this. Sure, I don't care for now. I think having the ships there caused this to take longer, or this fire to break out like that. So who do I want to look at? We're going to look at Chase Wranglers. Let's go tactical on you. Why aren't I sending you with aircraft carriers, light carriers or something? It's because I want them to be... Let's go on to this guy. I kind of want them to be part of the... I think a little bit more realistic battle game. You know, when we talk about ships and how they were utilized during the war, I think there were a lot of destroyers, you know, that were put into really bad situations. Maybe not full coastally like this, but they were stationed at different ports and they would go out on, think of like PT boats, okay? PT boats, as we all know, by famous history or fact or imagination, who knows what. But PT boats were a coastal ship only, but they did very well in straits, and it was kind of a suicide run anyway. But those ships, they had a part to play, and the part that they played was important. It was due to the technology at the time. You know, what could we actually do? Yeah, they were like a stopgap. And a lot of destroyers were put in the same kind of scenario where early in the war they went up against very outnumbered and larger ships. But because of the captains, because of the crews, because of the speed and maneuverability, they did fairly well. A lot of them were sunk, but many of them did their job. Turned large battle fleets away, around, or made them only go during the nighttime hours, you know, on their runs, because these guys were going out and harassing them. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can catch some supply groups with these small ships, and we'll see if they can have an impact. I don't want to send aircraft assets from carriers like we did earlier in the video to make my point. So that's what we're going to do. So these guys with their bow guns, stern guns, side guns, we'll see if they can have an impact on the game. You know, and these guys, they have a bow gun, 2 stern guns, and then AAA 50 cals, I think, and then some heavy sub defense screeners. But we'll see if we can get them involved as well. And let's see what we got over here. Boom. Why are you turning, my friend? What are you doing? We're going 19 knots. Let's see if we can fix that a little bit. I think that's what you are. So everybody should have their sonar on. I'm wondering why these guys turned, that's why. But I know why they're turning now. It's because I changed it from 1,000 to 500. Yeah, why am I doing this for you guys? I don't know. Look at how they're all turning back in. Wow. Let's see if they stay in their formation. So the difference between 500 yards and 1,000 yards is pretty drastic maneuver on these ships. So, as we look and see, these guys are lagging behind. I'm not really sure what's happening here. I don't know why there's a gap here. They'll catch up, maybe. Let's get to that. It's almost like I was signing off and I started playing the game again for you guys. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, guys. I don't intend to do that all the time, but it just sometimes happens. Okay, so from this position, let's get a look how this formation swaggles when I do this. We're basically in the 500 range. I don't think that's 500, but I also don't think that's 500, but I think it only works here. If we go top and we see that looks like a square from here to here to here, equidistant, right? But if we go over here and we look, these are equal range apart, but this is double what this is. So it's kind of an interesting scenario to look at. Let's go over here and hit the crazy button and see what these guys do. Go all nuts. Oh, please. Come on. Form up. Do what I want you to do. So let's see what kind of craziness these guys do. So they're doing some kind of separation maneuver. These guys are going to turn and... I don't know why this guy doesn't do the same thing that this guy is doing. I understand these guys are going out distance-wise. I understand these guys separated to make this 1,000 yards. This guy seems to have turned and then turned back in to make this distance 1,000 yards. And this guy went off crazy and now he's coming back in. But these two guys didn't really do much. This guy probably slowed down and this guy just maintained his speed because he's the lead. This is the #1 ship right here. Chase. So if he turns, everybody turns. So here's a crazy thing. What happens if I take Chase and I say, I want you guys to now turn this way? What happens to the whole group? Let's go back to 5. So Chase is turning to the right. Little is anticipating his direction change and getting the distance. And everybody else is kind of going, what? Little's got to stay on the right of Chase. Burroughs is following Chase. Dent is following Burroughs, but is going to turn up and then follow Little. Crowder is following Dent. Beavis is following Burroughs. And everybody else is just kind of turning. Okay, enough of that. Yeah, so that's a lot of things that happen in my head when I play this game. You guys don't. I try not to show that to you guys a lot, but it happens. So with that, I'm gonna conclude this video, and when we come back in the next video, hopefully I was able to fix our supply system by just playing the game off camera. I'm not going to set up... I may withdraw Taffy 3 out. In fact, I probably should do that. Because if I rush through the game, these guys... you may miss some things that happen with Taffy 3. I don't want that to happen. I'm going to stop bombarding Keelung. I'm going to change the orders for that. Yeah, you guys need to stop. Let's get you guys over here. Just chill. In fact, now let's leave these guys there. I'm going to let them do their thing. If something bad happens and I don't have it on camera, I'll just apologize to you guys. But my plan was for a week here and a week here and then a week here and then out. So 3 weeks. I want to do 4 weeks. So let's see if anything happens to these guys. Yeah. Other than that, we're once again in a supply problem. I'm trying to fix. Maybe I overexceeded myself by trying to get all these bases up to 3s and 5s. That's another goal I added to the game. I don't know if you guys want to see that. That's something maybe you guys don't even care about. But yeah, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Not trying to... Yeah. But once again, I'd just like to say thank you for watching. I hope you bear with my patience. Words are difficult today. My mind and my brain are not working. I think I need to have a sandwich or something. I probably haven't eaten anything today yet, so I think I should probably do that. 2 cups of coffee and a soda is not enough, so I need to probably eat something. So, I appreciate you watching. Just know that's the most important thing. You guys watch my videos, you like the video, it doesn't matter how many. I've gotten some pretty good comments, and please comment, let me know what you think. I do have stipulations, like I've said before. I'm not going to repeat it again. You already know what they are. So yeah, I do expect the standards of the internet today do not apply to this channel. I don't accept it. So if you're that type and you want to just say things to say things and bash to bash or be nasty to be nasty, if I see it, you're going to go away from my channel because I'm going to ban you. Thank you for that. Once again, I didn't want to get on that again at the end of a video, but I did, and I apologize. So, yeah, I think the people that are here watching my videos, I think we were all pretty much on the same page when it comes to that. But it's when somebody comes to my videos that doesn't understand that, you need to know that that's kind of how I work. I don't like the way people treat each other. And behind a curtain is even worse, because you're not willing to stand up for yourself. And if you have a problem with somebody, you say it to their face. You don't say it in a blind, anonymous comment. And fortunately enough, I haven't gotten any of those. And it's kind of worrying because I kind of expect it. That's bad, isn't it? Isn't it bad that I have such low regard for people on the internet that I think that somebody's going to slam me for no reason whatsoever because they think their opinion is better than mine and this is my channel? So, Hey, I don't know. I think I have to go watch probably a Michael Jordan video to get my mood back up. So with that, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.